Now we're gonna talk about some One Piece. So Jameer, you read the latest chapter like what week ago, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about the Loki thing?
Yeah. Damn. Man, it's just there been so many fucking theories, and I just feel like I don't fucking know, bro. I can't even tell you that.
What you
Like
mean?
with the whole sun god shit, I've been reading into a whole bunch of shit about how in Greek mythology, Loki's the one that caused the final war, this Ragnarok war.
Mm-hmm.
I think Loki's gonna be stronger than Kaido. I'm not gonna lie. Just giving off how he's portrayed, chained up, that nigga's gonna be strong as shit.
But
And
you know how One Piece do. You know how One Piece do though.
yeah,
One Piece
but
use certain arcs to make these niggas seem powerful, but they really not that good.
true, right? But I seen this theory, and hear me out. You want Jose? Oh, he's not here.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait,
In
Jose's here.
in Thriller Bark, we seen oars chained up the same exact way Loki's chained up, right? And when Oars and Luffy first fought, he had Luffy's spirit, meaning it was Luffy against Luffy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Luffy walked up to Loki, he said, "Oh, I'm the sun god," hinting that if they fight, it's gonna be Luffy against Luffy again, because Luffy is the real sun god, so it's gonna be Luffy against Luffy. But it took everyone in Elbaf to lock up Loki, and I'm thinking that's including Shanks. So it's like I don't know how Luffy would defeat this nigga if it took everyone in Elbaf to, you know what I'm saying? The Elbaf is the world's strongest army, like Big Mom said. That's why she wanted the Giants on her crew, on her alliance, whatever. So I don't know how Luffy would do it. I don't think Luffy will fight him off the rip, because in every single Loki, even Loki in Marvel, he's known to be a trickster. So I think they're gonna be friends first. He's gonna find out what evil Loki is, and then they're gonna fight. But I really can't say. I'm seeing so many theories about how this can go to Luffy destroying Fisherman Island, how this can start the final war. It's so many theories bouncing around. I just can say Loki is that strong, and I think he's on par with Kaido.
That's your prediction. They gonna go on for Kaido.
Of course, it took everyone in. Okay, let me
No,
say it like this:
I'm not saying that.
it took everyone in the whole One Piece, the strongest army. It took everyone in the strongest army to lock him up, and that could be with or without the red haired pirates' help.
No, I'm saying that, but I'm saying, how do we know that Shanks? Do you think 100% that Shanks like
No.
all shit? Okay,
I think that's 50-50, but I seen someone saying that's the reason why they love Shanks so much is because it took Shanks' help. It took Shanks being there to get Loki locked up. Because that could be the only reason why Shanks has the Giants on his side, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like, how do we know that it? I mean, I know it took Shanks, but how do we know? Like, what if Shanks did it easily? Like, what if it didn't really take him that much to do it?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
no.
You think it took a lot?
Loki. Okay, Kaido's Devil Fruit is a mythical.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy's Devil Fruit is mythical. This is the first and only Devil Fruit is a legendary. Oda said Loki has a legendary Devil Fruit.
Legendary.
Legendary, my nigga.
Legendary.
Come on, bro. We have never heard that in One Piece. And plus, he killed his father, which was the king, without a Devil Fruit. So he's strong without one. I don't know, man. I don't know, dog. But he's the only character to have a legendary Devil Fruit, and he's on Blackbeard timing. He killed his father to obtain an OP Devil Fruit.
I'm not saying that Loki is not powerful. I think he is, but I don't know if I can. I have to see him do something for me to put him on that tier because One Piece does that before we even got Loki. I don't know who that nigga was, but what you said last week when Loki was able to use his move without transforming, that nigga talking about some, oh, I'm the strongest here. Like he was bigging himself up, but Luffy beat that nigga in 2 punches. So I'm not saying that Loki's not strong. I think he is. I don't know what if I put him on.
But also him, Luffy, and Zoro were all the way across Elbaf. I literally mean all the way across it, and they felt that aura, that hockey. Mind you, bro's chained up with bandages covering his eye, so he wasn't releasing any hockey. He was just being there. They felt that. Imagine him actually like feeling threatened or trying to intimidate someone.
He had to do this aura. So Jose, how you feel about what Smith said?
What's wrong with this nigga?
I agree with him.
Jose, okay. You think Loki be that strong?
Well, I agree with you both. I need to like see some proof that he's gonna be that he's gonna be like strong. But like, yeah, I agree with Jimmy. Like, they felt his aura from like halfway across the fucking island.
Yeah, I know. It was like, I feel a strong presence here. I was
And
like, nigga, what the
and bro's just sitting there. He's not even like walking around. He's just sitting still.
That was aura in that panel. I can't
You
even lie.
feel
That
me?
was cold. That was a cold ass panel.
And then Luffy, goofy self, going, oh, I'm gonna find it. And he went all the way over there and found him. Like, come on, my nigga. But I agree with you, Jameer. I mean,
By himself.
Loki, like, you know, is known to be a trickster. So I think he'll do because Luffy is a goofy character. I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably going to talk to Loki, be friends with him,
Mm-hmm.
and then when somebody finally tells him, like, yo, this the nigga was talking to you earlier about, like, what you doing? And then
Okay.
So like
I seen
what's
this
that
one
called?
theory. And
What's that arc called? Punk Hazard?
yeah, I'm about to say that, you bitch.
Just
With
like
with law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to. Man,
Where Robin was like, "Don't be too quick to trust."
Exactly.
To trust
Exactly. I seen this one theory. Fuck, I forgot it. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. So, okay. I forgot. Okay, no, I seen this one theory, right? Hear me out, Jose and Obi. Let me know if you guys agree.
Okay.
Loki has bandages over his eye because a part of his power, he can mimic your power just by looking at you, right? Or he can turn into whatever he does for you by looking at you, right? And that's how, when they said, fuck, I'm done. I forgot. It was something with how Elbaf loves the sun god, but when they see Loki, Loki claims to be the sun god, but when he sees Luffy, he'll be able to actually be the sun god, which he'll go over to Elbaf where the giants are, fight them, possibly killing them, starting quote unquote Ragnarok, which is in Greek mythology like a big final war, with the people and stuff.
Yeah,
But I don't know. But I think his eyes being covered up has something big to do with, something.
I agree. I think that his eyes becoming up makes sense. I mean, I think it's something to do with him too.
And then with how every Loki in Greek mythology and in Marvel is a trickster, he can probably trick Luffy into obtaining his power by touching his hand or by looking into his eyes, by doing something, because Luffy's easily, trustworthy. So he'll still gear 5 to actually be quote unquote the sun god like he claims to be. He'll probably go over to them giants. They're thinking they see Joy Boy whole time is Loki being a trickster, and then that will push Luffy to have to defeat them by him actually knowing he's not made of rubber. Because if he's fighting Gear 5 version of himself, he has to realize, okay, I'm not rubber. I can do whatever I want. And that's the only way how he'll be able to defeat Loki, by finally understanding that I'm not made of rubber. I'm made of my imagination, which would be a whole power-up in itself without being a power-up. Luffy realizing his true power is a power-up without him actually having a real power-up. So that's the only way how I can see that happening. But that's just one of many ways him and Loki can go. They can start fighting off the rip. And he could beat Luffy, chain him up, and walk around acting like Luffy with his eye. We don't know what his eyes can do. But the fact that he has a legendary devil fruit means there's no one else with that.
Legendary.
Shit, or it could just be a Zoro situation.
I agree with that. I think if that is true, the eye thing, I think his eyes play an important part. But if the eye thing is true, then I agree that's gonna happen, because I mean, Oda does have some parts of the story relate to mythology or real life. So I think that will be a thing to happen. Now, I seen one where I thought you said the same thing, where Loki doing that as a start the final war. I mean, that could happen. I think that's gonna happen. I think
the only reason why I agree with that is because in Greek mythology, which Oda uses sometimes, other mythology and One Piece, Loki causes Ragnarok, which is the final war in Greek mythology. So if he is going off that mythology, Loki will somehow cause Elbaf or cause the whole final war that Oda's been hinting at for since long as I've been alive.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's been a long time. But
yeah,
I mean, when I saw the name Loki, I automatically just thought of the Marvel one. I mean,
exactly.
Maybe it's because
and no freaky stuff. But that tongue, Paul, hear me out. His tongue gives trickster, because his tongue's like Doflamingo, someone that's manipulative like a trickster.
You looking at tongues now?
Look, in Loki's panel, he's chained up, he's strong, he's buff, he got bandages, but it's one thing goofy about him. His tongue is long, and it's like you look at the panel. Someone put the panel inside the TikTok wherever it's gonna be at. Put the panel right there and tell me it doesn't give off trickster, bro.
Well, I mean,
Like he gives off Kaido and Dofi put in one.
Something. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think so because I thought of Loki immediately. I could be cooked, but I thought of the Marvel Loki immediately. He literally is a trickster. I mean, he literally is. That's Loki's character mostly. So
even in Greek mythology, he a trickster. So I mean, and both they tricksters.
I mean, it's pretty much either tricky. It's either
yeah.
tricky, though. That goofy character, like but when he starts fighting, you'll be serious. But when you're talking to him, he's
and then it makes sense why Luffy went over there and not Zoro, because Zoro wanted to go, but Sanji said in the panel, no, you don't go. You gotta stay here. He's a bitch. He said you gotta stay here. What something happens to us? Because I feel like if Zoro would have went, Zoro would have peeped the tricks and stuff and shut it down instantly. But it's Luffy, like we said, and Punk has it. He's easy to influence and manipulate.
I mean, yeah. Oda, what the heck? What you put on
it?
Oh.
Yes. Look the tongue. Look the tongue. You see how they emphasize on the tongue and the eyes like that? Come on.
We kind of got aura. Name yourself.
Oh, he got aura.
And mind you, they felt his presence when he's chained up and he can't see anything. Imagine him unchained walking around.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I mean, I think Oda wrote that way.
Thank you. Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue. Thank you, Jose. You're real.
I think no.
Look at Kaido. Look, Kaido.
I never said I disagree with you. It's funny how you specifically pointed out.
Niggas know how you get. His tongue's really positioned the same way as Dofi's paws. That sounds good. But the same way to the left and the same length, the same way as Dofi, bro.
Yeah, you're looking at people's tongues. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Come on.
Oh yeah,
man.
I think Oda wrote that on purpose. Oda wrote that with purpose because Oda knows that if Zoro goes over there, he's not in that slide.
Exactly.
So Luffy, this is not good for us. You need to back up now. Like, do you see this guy? And I think it's somebody that looks similar.
Exactly. And honestly, no one in the verse can win a 2v1 against Zoro and Luffy. So that's why one of them got to go. Do we agree with that, or someone saying?
They didn't even
Wait, you said what?
Is it nobody in the verse to win a 2v1 with Zoro and Luffy?
Yeah. Is that real? Do we agree?
You said anybody in the verse can win a 2v1 against Zoro.
I said no one in the verse right now can beat Luffy and Zoro 2 against 1.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Maybe
they both have advanced conquerors hockey.
I can see
so
that.
One attack with them both using it, which we haven't seen yet. Come on, man.
But yeah, I mean, it made sense. And then plus Luffy went over there. I mean, didn't even want Luffy to go over there. He just went himself. I mean,
exactly. That's the captain.